Good morning. I've got a new one for you guys. We're here at the Bear Lake Trailhead, located inside Rocky Mountain National Park. And today, we're gonna do the Aspen hike. We're gonna take it up to Bierstadt Lake and then drop it down to the Bierstadt Lake Trailhead. I think we're looking at about 3.5 miles with like a 350-foot elevation gain. Official start time, 7:05. And this place is packed. Bear Lake, and there are like 100 people around this lake right now. This is the most people I've seen up in this park all year. Yeah, this is like Buc-ee's on opening day or something. We're knocking out like 80% of the gain right here in this first part. But once we get up to the trail split, it should get pretty flat there for a while. And then we'll drop in on Bierstadt Lake and then take it on down to the Bierstadt Lake Trailhead. And then we're gonna have to ride the bus back up to Bear Lake. Because yeah, we're gonna park at the Bierstadt Trailhead and that thing was already full. There are an insane amount of people out here right now. I think we're past the peak here because some of these leaves are starting to drop off. But it's still real pretty. Wow, and in like a 3-day period, these trees have dropped like 90% of their leaves. That's crazy. We've got the sun just now rising, and it is gonna be a beautiful day. All right, we've made it to the top of the hill here. And from the trail split, we're gonna take it 1.7 miles over to Bierstadt Lake. I thought this trail was flat through here, but no, we're going up. We're hiking across this Bierstadt connector trail, and it's a little chunky through here. Beautiful morning so far. There's hardly any wind, and it seems abnormally warm. Yeah, this is perfect. And I'd say we're probably halfway over to Bierstadt Lake. Not too many people on this part of the trail either. Once you split off onto this little section of the trail and do that first little up and over where it's kind of rocky, the rest of this trail gets pretty nice. It's flattened out and there aren't as many rocks. All right, and we're coming up to a trail split here. We're gonna wanna stay to the right. 1 more mile over to Bierstadt Lake. I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with that sign back there that said it was 1 mile over to Bierstadt Lake. According to my GPS, it's closer to like 0.6 of a mile. And it looks like we're gonna drop it on down to Bierstadt Lake. I'm thinking it's roughly 150 feet below us. That's just a guess, guesstimating. And the trail's getting rocky again. We're not getting too many aspen along here. It's mainly these lodgepole pines. I think that's what they are. Is that what they are?
I think so, because they're the long, skinny ones,
Yeah. We've been hiking for 1 hour and 15 minutes, and according to the GPS, we've hiked just under 2 miles. But we've made it out to the trail that goes around Bierstadt Lake. So here are the choices. We can take it 4/10 of a mile around the lake, or we can split off to the right and take it 1.3 straight down to the Bierstadt Trailhead. And we have decided to hike around Bierstadt Lake. So this should be 4/10 of a mile. But see, the thing is, you have to get over to this far side of the lake to get the good view of the water with the mountains behind it. And people wonder why these forests burn so easily. Look at all the downed dead wood through there. Yeah, one little spark, and that's going to be gone. We're coming around the far side of Bierstadt Lake, and we're aiming for our little break spot. It's going to be the one with the good views of the mountains. And maybe we'll be visited by the ducks again. Not sure. I'll be amazed though if there aren't already people there. There are people all over this park today. And right here, just before you cross this little wooden bridge that's right behind me, we're gonna split off and take this little social trail over to the water. And we've made it, guys. This is gonna be Bierstadt Lake. It's just now 8:40 in the morning, so that has taken us an hour and 35 minutes to get out here. Beautiful. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, this is amazing, and no one's at this spot right now, so we've got it all to ourselves. Perfect. Yeah, this is incredible right now. I'm loving it. We've got my little white puffy clouds in the sky. You know it, guys, those are my favorite kind of clouds. The white puffies. And you know what time it is. It's tea time up here at Bierstadt Lake. And we got the organic India tea going. And these are the views from the chill spot. And we've got the duck swimming around right over there. He might come over here and pay us a visit later. Not really sure. Only time will tell. Stay tuned to find out. And let's name some peaks. Starting left to right, we've got Taylor Peak, Otis Peak, Hallett Peak, Flat Top Mountain, Ptarmigan Point, Knob Top, Gable Top Mountain, and Mount Wood. And then that little green one to the left of Mount Wood is Joe Mills Mountain. All right, guys, it is 9:10, and we've been sitting up here at Bierstadt Lake for a half hour. But we're getting hungry, so it's time to go. It's time to head on back. All right, let's do it. Let's take it on back. We're back on the main trail that loops around Bierstadt Lake, and we're going to stay on this for another 2/10 of a mile until we connect back with the trail that leads down to the Bierstadt Lake Trailhead. And then that should just be straight down the hillside. We just got a status update from some people that were coming around in the opposite direction, and they said that there's a moose up here. All right, we have made it around Bierstadt Lake. And it looks like we've got another 1.2 miles down to the trailhead. And this is the very last of the uphill for the day. After we do this little up and over, we're gonna zigzag it down to the Bierstadt Lake trailhead. And that's where we're gonna pick up a bus and take it on up to the Bear Lake trailhead where I'm parked. And that was it. We topped out back there, and now we're going downhill. And I was calling this the Aspen hike because we should get a whole bunch more on this descent. And this is the part of the hike that I was really looking forward to. I haven't done this trail in a long time, and it's just real pretty along here. Yeah, not only is it really beautiful coming down the Bierstadt moraine, but it's also a little toasty on this south-facing slope. Yep, all the jackets just came off. And that's another beautiful view right there, looking down onto Sprague Lake. And we can see Bear Lake Road down there. It's waiting for us. And look at these views right here. Unbelievable. We're getting hit with that wind again. Feels great because it is really toasty here on this south slope of the Bierstadt moraine. It's roasty toasty. We're getting down there, but we've still probably got another 350-foot drop or so to get down to the trailhead. We're taking a quick little 10-second break here. We've knocked out most of this trail on the way down, but I think we've still got another 250-foot drop back down to the Bierstadt Lake trailhead. And that's a weird looking aspen right there. Crazy. We're getting closer, but we're not down there yet. I think this is the last switchback right here in front of us. And we have been coming down this thing. Wow, that was quite a drop. But I can see the parking lot off to my left, so we're almost there. It's just now 10:15. So that took us an hour and 5 minutes to come down. And we're just gonna barely miss this bus taking off right now. And we're on the bus, taking it back up to the Bear Lake trailhead. And that's looking out onto the Bierstadt moraine. And we just came down that thing. Hitting the corner. And we should be getting the Glacier Gorge trailhead off to our left here. And there it is. Next stop after this is going to be the Bear Lake trailhead.
I swear if we see a parking spot.
And we've made it back to the Bear Lake trailhead. And we're walking down to where I parked. And my goodness, this place is just crazy busy today. Unbelievable. All right, and we're driving out of the Bear Lake Trailhead. I didn't even want to waste the time to do the outro. I want to eat. But we hope you enjoyed that hike, and until the next one, y'all, peace. Whoa.